super bummed about that. So, so here's the sit rep. I was going to show everybody some Photoshop stuff, and I'm still planning to, but there's a dilemma. So something about OBS, streaming software, and Windows doesn't allow the content of Photoshop to be shown when I actually open up the application and attempt to use it. I'm going to show you that in just a second here. As soon as the 8 million thing stops flipping out on me. And I have a possible solution for this too. So we'll get to see if that's a real thing, the solution. But I'm starting up Photoshop right now to show you this crazy shit that it does. It doesn't really help anybody. I hate how I'm also setting up Windows 10 in the background to actually install Photoshop on to show you a way that I know I'm 99% sure will work. The funny thing is Windows 10 is weird to install. It like demands that you set up Cortana and set up OneDrive. Like I don't even want OneDrive. What the hell do I want OneDrive for? Just let me set up the OS for the system, not all of the freaking internet. So that's a little weird. But anyway, I'm getting that set up at the same time all the rest of this stuff is running. And I think I have, let's see here if I can show you. I'm pulling up Photoshop. Let's see here. Bear with me, let's see here. Window capture. And I'm going to do Photoshop. And we're going to pick, there we go. Yep, I got it. So, as you can see now, as I hop into the view, boom. There's Photoshop, right? So that's all hunky dory. But there is inherently another problem. Now, in here, let's say I click Create New. Oh, you can't see me click New. But there's my mouse. Okay, so let's hear. I just clicked on Create New. New document has actually appeared. Yep, you still can't see that. I'm just going to click Create this, and it's going to pop up. And yep, sure enough, as you can see, I have a new document, except you can't see in the center here anything. Let's see if I can change the background. No? No, it doesn't change it at all. So basically, the document interface area of the screen is not visible. I don't know what the deal is with that. That's some seriously unfortunate nonsense. Meanwhile, of course, in the background, I have this happening. Boom, Windows is loading at the same time. But let's hear let's try some other things. Nope. I right-clicked and tried to select that. It doesn't seem like anything I do actually allows the center document interface window to be viewable. Let's see if I add window capture, media source, image game capture. Let's try display capture again. I've tried display capture on this machine, and it is not agreeable. It just does not want to work at all. Display capture. No, that's what it's. Yeah, display capture is not working. And then let's try game capture. I'm going to try game capture real quick. Make source, yeah, sure. Make source visible. Capture any full screen application. Capture any full screen application. No, that's not working either. You make my Photoshop, but it's not working otherwise. So whatever the case, my OBS is super flaky. I don't really get what the deal is. Back to Photoshop, 66%. And then maybe multi-adapter capability, compatibility. It's pretty it's not really working so great. Oh, and as things go, of course, let's refocus this, and I'll show you what's going on here. Boom. Windows, the setup UUB settings broke. I don't even know what that is. That's super weird. Let's see here. Streaming now and UUB settings broke on Windows 10. What is that? Oh well. Let's see here. I like to turn off the advertiser ID. We'll go ahead through some of this and try to hurriedly get this set up. Because obviously I don't think this Photoshop thing is going to be visible unless I get it installed on freaking Windows machine. Windows virtual machine. Because the only thing I seem to be able to stream is actually a virtual machine, which sucks. Yeah, anybody got any ideas there? I am open to any type of idea here. No. Okay, well, Windows is setting up. So let's see if I can I draw. So I'm going to select on Photoshop little thing and see if I can do see what else we can see. So weird. So it's like there's another line here. Oh, there's my cursor. You can see my cursor now. So here is the line. I'm drawing a square, and now a big. Wow, yeah, you really can't see that. That's super weird. Let's see. I'm gonna do image. I bet I can share temp image with you. Let me see if I can save this. Can you see any of that? You can't see the freaking save dialog either. What kind of crap is this? So I'm going to save a big PNG. I'm going to put it out on the desktop. Can you see any of this? Can you see the dialog? Nope, the dialog's not visible either. Untitled 1. That seems like a perfectly good name for a file. And then I'm going to go over and I'm going to actually, yeah, Adobe Security Tank. It's weird because like the Windows OS dialog didn't show up either. And then of course I can't show my desktop for some reason. I'm super confused by most of it. So this is my awesome image that you can see now. Boom, right there. That's what I just made in Photoshop. And you can't see it at all. This is insane. Computers are freaking insane sometimes. So let's see, I'm going to close that for a second. And then, there's so much Photoshop stuff that I wanted to show. I got all sorts of cool shit to do. And I'm stuck with a dumb orange square that I can't show everybody 99% of the time. So, but Windows is almost loaded. It's still doing this like it does for hours at a time. Oh my god, something happened. All right, so okay, as Windows open, I'm gonna open up this Edge thing, the thing that's Internet Explorer that's not Internet Explorer. All right, we made progress with that. I'm gonna kill Photoshop in the background because that's just not working. And we're gonna try to no, that's my let's try to get the resolution set a little better. So display settings. Oh yeah, I forgot I had music for it. That's horrible. There we go. Alright, so we can do... Let's go 1280 by 1040, I guess. Oh, even the settings are pretty wretched. No, we're gonna stick to that for now. Landscape, orientation, landscape, portrait. Oh no. Oh crap! I don't even know that. Shit. All right, come on. Yeah, I have mouse maneuverability. Advanced scale settings. Let's do. That's so blurry. Oh yeah, let's do this. Even though it's kind of ends up being crazy. Then advanced display settings. I want not that resolution. And that's not 64 hertz. That's okay. Advanced display. Isn't that I just clicked? Yeah. Okay. What's that thing where it said? Classic app. I don't know what that is. I don't remember what that stuff is. That's some pretty poor settings. Linux gives me better than that crap. Anyway, close this. Let's go. Adobe Creative Cloud. So basically what I want to show how to do is set up one of these cool overlays. But it's going to be quite a difficult beast at the rate things are going. Here's a little bit better. And I got the chat overlay working, thanks to Bobby. I'm curious about Pixelmator too. But it doesn't seem entirely Adobe related, because like if I go and select a browser window, it does the same thing sometimes. I don't know. I'm very confused about what is and isn't working and why. So let's see. Come on, Edge. Let's see how fast you are. Oh, I don't need to. Let me do it. Did it just crash? Oh, that's bloody freaking rad. What just happened? It did just crash. I went to Creative Cloud and Microsoft Edge just crashed on me. So I guess it's loading back up again. That's got to be one of the flakiest things ever. Oh god, I guess Caitlin Alash's routine got super famous. Let's try that again. Creative Cloud download. Of course it goes to Bing. I love how they make this super hard. Where is the... Yeah, this is what I want. I want to create a cloud desktop app so I can download and run some freaking things. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Yes, I'm going to go here. Adobe. Take note, if you're watching. Fix your download page. This is a really sucky experience. Download, there we go. Yeah, it's Edge. What is Edge going to do? It's going to just watch it freaking crash again. That's going to piss me off. Do I have to log in to download it too? I'm ready to install, so I'm just going to run it. Smart, I don't want smart screen. Just run it. What is all this peripheral nonsense? Yes, run it. All this clicking and shit. Yes, let me sign in. That I want to do. All right, so you're gonna get to look at me for a second. Install. So we've learned today that the Adobe Creative Cloud installer for the desktop app, which is just this thing that is used to download all the other apps and also to like show your assets, your graphic assets and stuff, is kind of a poor experience. It's a cool little product, and as far as like keeping all your stuff synchronized, like your Photoshop, your Illustrator, and all that kind of jazz, but yeah, like what I just went through, that was ridiculous. I shouldn't have to memorize this weird, arduous path to type, and I shouldn't have to go through a weird, arduous process to find the damn installer for this thing. Adobe, please fix your search engine results and fix where this thing sits so it's easier to find. So when I need to set up a new machine to use your products that I pay a lot of money for, it's easier to do. Please, please do that. Well, I'm about to work through that, being that as soon as this thing installs, which is going morbidly slow, then at least I'll have it installed on a virtual machine that I can use. I should have saved the state of Windows 10 before I started installing this though. I guess it's still in a good usable state. I just back it up. This thing's only like 4 megabytes. I honestly don't know why it's going so slow on the virtual machine. Like Ubuntu is, I use it all the time in the virtual machine. It's not all choky like this. I wonder what it thinks it's doing here. How do you get... How do you do control delete it? Oh, I bet I can do keyboard control delete. Task manager. Let's see what our resources look like. I mean, overall, it's not too bad though in that little overlay. I mean, that's basically what I'm trying to design is that overlay right there. Just pretty slick. The chat looks not too bad, I don't think. Yeah, so there's this. That's pretty. Curious how. Oh, I was wondering why the chat is actually all the way down the bottom right side, but I guess there hasn't been enough typing in it to actually get it moved up to the top. Let's see, what more on this? This is so insane. Let's do that. Yeah, it's just like not doing much of anything. It's got tons of memory dedicated to it too. Wow, Windows, run more stuff. Anti-malware service executable. Windows. That's kind of weird what it thinks it is or isn't. CPU usage. OneDrive setup. I said to kill that. I have no idea why that's running. That should not be running. Just kill it. Kill it. Kill it dead. There you go. Is this Spooler spoof thingy? Oh, print Spooler. Sounds like a security violation from the 90s or something. Well, there it goes. Well, maybe it's going faster now since I killed OneDrive. Who knows? That seriously cracks me up. I want to see what the chat window looks like with all this stuff. Where's my chat? I don't even know where it's at. Yeah, I do remember that. Kind of weird. It's one of the reasons I love Linux so much. Is it basically runs what you tell it to, and a few other extraneous things just so it can turn on. What is this crap? I don't want this to store, and then this is like mail. No. Unpin. Unpin. There we go. Oh no, what happened to the Creative Cloud? Oh, there it is. CEF helper, Adobe installer, Adobe installer updater service. So 4 things start running for this Creative Cloud shindig. I feel like I should run Task Manager for every single thing I do on Windows, just to see what kind of insane stuff starts to get installed. Oh, there we go. Now we can actually see what this thing does. So we got learn apps, which will load the apps in one decade, I guess. And then we got learn, which is various material, then assets, which should show some of my previous assets, like logos I've done for the Portland and Seattle React user group, getting all the way back to that mess. I guess Behance is like a community of artists and such. And the art that they do generally is pretty awesome. I'm not the most versed on how to interact with this particular community, but as you can see, freaking amazing work. Fonts, like this, city layouts. This looks freaking awesome. But as it downloads all of its bits, oh, not opened up Edge. Great. It changed Chrome. So it opens up stuff in the browser and lets you check it out. And same thing with stock photography, quote unquote royalty-free images. That's a question too. Sometimes you end up with. Here, let me a coder. Yeah, let's look at some coders. This is doing something. But yeah, just like, I guess this is rendered city images. That's New York right there. Brooklyn, there in the Bronx, etc. And down here, oh, that is super nice. Which ones? That doesn't look. It looks like some stuff's missing, but overall, it's an amazing picture. I'm very impressed. Oh, whoops, where did I click on? Oh, the browser is crashing. That's always cool. So anyway, I'm going to go back to apps. And let's look at Task Manager. What are we crashing here? Anything? And what is this Windows Defender smart screen? I don't know what that is either. Oh wow, whatever's going on there looks like it looks like I've lost complete, utter control of the virtual machine as it attempts to process. Oh, there we go. So we got the city layouts and we got Behance over there. I close that. Okay, now it's starting to catch up. All right, here's our apps. This is how Creative Cloud offers this stuff. I'm gonna install Photoshop, and only Photoshop right now, in the hopes that it gets done in the next 5 minutes or so. I'm actually gonna close. No, I'm gonna leave it open. Let's see what happens. So we got 4 things running: the Ceph Helper, IPC Broker, Creative Cloud 32-bit. First off, Adobe, why are you still sending 32-bit crap down like this? That's not kosher. This is a 64-bit OS. So anyway, Photoshop is attempting to start, and it looks like Creative Cloud is the bulk user at this point of CPU, using 231 megabytes of memory and high energy consumer. Yeah, I can imagine, because it's sucking down stuff over the Ethernet connection. Look, Edge is still running. Why is Edge even active in any way? Runtime broker. Just let's kill this. This stuff isn't really doing much, but still, why even run? I haven't launched those things. I haven't done anything with that stuff. I don't need it to be there, or even to pretend like it's there for some useful reason. Task Manager actually uses a considerable amount of CPU processor too. I mean, that's considering 8 gigabytes of memory. Got dual cores. Maybe it's messing up because I only have dual cores. Dual core is available, and then I got multiple gigabytes for swap and stuff. yeah, not super impressed with performance in this particular situation. I do like this weird box of music that I found, though. That's theoretically not copy protected, or I guess it's copy protected, but I paid for a month of free license from it. Whatever. I'm a little confused sometimes by who has rights to play what thing. Like you can even set up a Spotify list, but it has to be a pretty specific Spotify list with specific songs that don't have copyright. So for a few more minutes, I'm going to dork around with my screen here. And get some notes. How can you force? I wonder if anybody knows how to force a resolution. Force set resolution on Windows 10. Because honestly, this damn thing, I do not like this resolution. I want how to force a resolution. What I need to do, go to settings. System, display, scale, and layout resolution. So Windows I. And what I just clicked on didn't do nothing. Anyway, I don't want to see it. Just let it install. There. 26%. Making morbidly slow progress. So if I do Windows I. Choose to demo. Okay. And the doc says to create a custom resolution on Windows 10 Super User, whatever that means. So go to Windows 10, go to settings, Win I, which I just did, and then System, Display. Yeah, then here, Scale and Layout. Where is Scale and Layout? Monitors get feedback, get screen out, graphic settings, advanced display settings, advanced scale settings. Is it this one? No, I don't want custom sizing. I want scroll down. Oh, display adapters. What is that? I'm gonna do graphic settings. No, but it's advanced display scale settings. No, advanced this. Yeah. Is this a thing? This maybe, yeah. And this, and then oh yeah, look at this. This is like Windows freaking 95. Open up properties or list all nodes, one or the other. Yeah, device with property details. Oh wow, this is digging into old school stuff. List all molds. Not really my cup of tea there. That's not what I wanted. Other residents also third-party software, make custom resolutions like custom resource utility. Let's do this. All right, we're gonna do. Let's go to Google. It's gonna be more weird freaking results. Switch to Chrome. Yes, let's switch to Chrome. Does it even know how to switch to Chrome? Whatever. Stop being weird. Just... Yeah, I gave it 8 gigs of memory and it's acting this crap. I want to download Chrome, but I also want to go do the search engine here. Yeah, let's do that. And this. I'm going to say force resolution on Windows 10. Custom resolution utility. That sounds familiar. Waiting again. I think what I'm going to do is actually oh, something happened that seemed catastrophic. There we go. The modal dialogue took control is what happened. All right, so I think what I might do is I'm running short on time. It's taking forever for this crap to run. Trying to get Creative Cloud running, or more specifically, trying to get Photoshop running on Windows 10 virtual machine, because OBS doesn't actually allow me to set up a source to show Photoshop. When I did it earlier, the document window in the center is well, it's not, it doesn't show. It shows on my screen, like I can work in it and build all sorts of graphic stuff, but no one in the stream actually sees it. Yeah, it's super freaking weird. And it basically seems like any multi-document interface application on Windows right now, OBS won't won't show the contents. Like if I open up a browser, or if I open up, Photoshop or anything, none of the document is actually shown. So like in a browser, the web page is shown. Super weird. I did figure out how to do a chat overlay, which is badass. I'm super stoked about that. I tried to share the whole screen, but the screen is black. So yeah, something is super up. I'm entirely not sure of anything about why. Yeah, it's pretty bonkers. But I needed to set up a virtual machine of this anyway because my base OS is very likely to be. Well, I set up dual boot. Dual boot is, I set it up flaky. So I need to set up dual boot again. And I'm going to set up Windows so I can play my two video games I like to play, City Skylines and Transport Fever. And then I'm going to run Linux to do all my other stuff, my streaming, coding, etc. Because I have all my templates and everything set up in that anyway. So it just seems like I should probably use the stuff I have set up already. But I'll need a Windows 10 instance because I want to be able to show code and other things and know the specific steps I have to go through to get that stuff up. So here I am doing that. And it's, so far it's been me and Bobby sitting in here watching this machine struggle along. But now the internet's not cooperating. I know I'm connected to the internet. But it could be a problem with that. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually shut this instance down and give it another proc and ensure it's using the actual. Oh, I know what's up with its connection and processor speed. It's using my stupid Wi-Fi and not the Ethernet. Let's just shut it down so I can set the settings. I think the way I have it set up, I'll just shut down. Photoshop can wait. It should default back to just VirtualBox, I think. I've been trying to figure out how to do this, like show window and go by name, but default to root name executable if it doesn't work. It kind of doesn't look like it did it. Right, let me fix that real quick so you can see what I'm looking at. It's just not running all together. I don't know what it did. It's pretty weird. Well, it'll be up and running in just a second. I'm setting the settings need to be set. Also, thanks for joining Berdonius. Love that name. It's a good one. Return system, memory A192, don't want a chipset. It's good. Where do you do the processor? I'm gonna do, how many cores do I have in this? I got an 8th gen i7. I don't know, two cores should be enough. So 8 gigs and 2 cores. Yeah, that should be good. Maybe I should give it 3 cores. How do I check how many cores are on a Windows machine? How does Windows tell me that? Is there a, oh, there's like a right click on my computer, right? I bet if I go file explorer, right click on my computer, this PC. Yeah, okay. So I have a bunch of cores, right? It doesn't say. It just says i7, 2.2 gigahertz, 2.21, something. Sustainable burst, blah, blah, blah. Oh, task manager? Okay, cool. Task manager. Oh, can I? Ah, whoa. Oh, it looks so much nicer nowadays. I like it. It shows one processor. There's some way to split it, right? A logical processor. Whoa! 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, 12. 12 logical processors. 6 cores. Haha. Perfect. Okay. And Task Manager is just nice nowadays. It's one of the things I like about Windows 10. See, what is it? I think I just broke something. Derp. Oh, ha. Oh, there we go. So it's sort of booting back up. Something. What am I doing? What happened? Here we go. Yeah, okay. Progress. That's true. Oh man. You logging with your pen now? Oh man, I ran Warp for a while. On an IBM. Straight up on an IBM too. One of the little clone PC type. Or the things that so okay. Let's see if it gives me any better display settings now. Let's see what it says this now, and then I can show. Yeah, so two CPUs dedicated on this now. Oh, it already feels more responsive. That's excellent. This thing. Out of there. Step in there, please. I don't quite want to go to that high. What? Just to check. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be set. Next to Windows 95. Nice. Oh yeah, you were doing integration with them on your stream recently, right? Yeah, we used to do all the hacking for the finances in the old days. Well, just a couple years ago, the old days, whatever that means. Any more here? No, same crap. Okay. I'm just going to stick with that and hope that this thing goes a little faster. Loading applications. Did it kill the whole... Oh, on the screen. This thing's not very responsive. I mean, it's way more responsive with 2 processors, but like, I click on that. Perhaps. Out. Do it. doing something. I mean, it's like not throttling nothing. Memory is barely used. Seriously, Adobe, how do you make an installer that's so murderous? Maybe because it's 32-bit. Still don't understand why I'd install a 32-bit thing on GC client. I think. So is that a garbage collector? An Adobe garbage collector? Genius software integrate whatever. Integrity service. Oh, checking my licenses, huh? For spawn, this thing, the update service. it's amazing how much stuff has to be running to install Photoshop. I think it's confused too because it probably had like some partial file downloaded. I mean, it said 60% of something was downloaded. So, I might just have to do this later. Head out. I gotta go do the meetup thing in a few minutes here. I'm gonna try to do that today. Oh, I'll show you another cool thing real quick that I'm doing with streams. That's gonna be super badass for any in-person Twitch streams. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Here, I'll show you the thing here. So, this is an AverMedia box, and on one side is HDMI, and one is USB 3. So, just get you a cord. One side goes in the host computer, right? Standard connector there, HDMI, a mini HDMI. So like you can put it into video camera, such as this little puppy, on this side there. So I'm hoping to use this to stream with and record because it's got like 3 hours worth of recording in it. But with this thing, what I can also do is plug one laptop into another. So one laptop is actually doing the hosting, and then so someone can code on it, and then someone can code on the computer that's actually doing the hosting, and control all the overlays, all that kind of jazz. So that way someone can actually do straight up hardcore pair programming in person, and or do video streaming or whatever else you want to do with it. So it comes in pretty handy. But also this little box, like if you are going to record meetups or anything live like that, you can use it to catch all your slides and things like that in the stream going back to whatever's actually being recorded or used to record the stuff. So I'm going to at least do a screen grab of that this evening at the meetup. And if I can get it to show up, like I was saying, I have those weird problems where stuff's not showing up on the stream in the windows. But if I can get that to work somehow, I'll actually stream the meetup tonight, which should be pretty cool. Ram is going to be speaking about Knative, doing event-based programming with serverless stuff on native, as I like to say, since they keep coming up with these weird name/acronym names. But on that note, I'm gonna resign my effort to get Photoshop installed right now because that's clearly not going to happen. But I'm going to do a stream where I'm just going to do Photoshop hacks of like how to do overlays, how to do logo craft, just some basic stuff that programmers might actually want to do. Oh yeah, if you want to come to a good meetup, like tonight's is going to be pretty good, but next month, if you want a lot of bang for your buck, we're going to have 2 speakers, and both of them are going to be super rad. You may know either of them. There's going to be Amanda's coming up from San Jose, who's one of my coworkers at DataStacks, and I don't even know exactly what she's presenting on. I should know this by now, but I don't. And then Suze Hinton, who's going to probably do some cool IoT stuff. But both of them are super rad. On Twitter, Amanda is Amanda Data Stacks, and on Twitter, Suze Hinton is Nook Cat. So you may know both of them. Super rad people. On that note, y'all have fun. I am going to play my outro because it's awesome. And talk to y'all later. Cheers.